Thank you, Chair. I seek your guidance. Which paragraph, Chair?
The deposits and retentions.
Okay. Thank you, Chair. Unsupported fundable deposits and prepayments. The statement of financial position reflects nil balance in respect of refundable deposits and prepayments as disclosed in Note 33 to the financial statements. However, the supporting schedule reflects Kenya shillings 62,967,157.59 Kenya shillings, resulting in an reconciled variance of Kenya shillings 62,967,159 Kenya shillings. In addition, it was revealed that the county executive operated deposits and retention bank account at the Central Bank of Kenya with nil balance as disclosed in Note 21 to the financial statements. The account was intended to hold deposit monies for payment to various suppliers and contractors. However, the cash book and bank reconciliation statements for the account were not provided for audit verification. In the circumstances, the accuracy, completeness, and validity of the nil deposits and retentions balance reported in the financial statements could not be confirmed. Thank you, Chair.
Governor?
Chair, the nil balances arise from the fact that a significant portion of the retention monies was reported as part of the closing balances in the county revenue fund. A prior year adjustment will be undertaken to rectify this position, and appropriate measures have been instituted to ensure that the matter is accurately addressed going forward. Thank you, Chair.
Auditor General?
Thank you, Chair. The issue is still not addressed. The action proposed by management will be confirmed in the audit of the 2025-2026 financial statements. And the misstatement remains as it was as at 30th June 2025. Thank you, Chair.
Governor, we have the report of the County Revenue Fund here. Can you show us where that 62 million is accounted for?
Yeah.
Yes, proceed.
Thank you, Chair. Through the Governor, is that this, as the explanation goes, is that we've not been, we've been leaving the retention money as part of the CRF balances, but you'll not find it broken
take
down.
us to this is a CRF.
Yes.
This is a CRF, because today's meeting was to look at the three.
Yes.
So you have made reference to the CRF, and you are saying a significant portion of the retention monies was reported as part of the closing balances in the CRF account. This is a CRF report. Demonstrate to us where the 62 million is.
Yes, Chair. I'd wish to just make an explanation through the Governor on that.
Just make reference to the CRF, because the response makes reference to the CRF, so that we are dealing with facts. The Governor said it was reported in the CRF. If we find it in the CRF, well and good. We go to the next question.
Thank you, Chair. It's reported in the CRF, but not as a standalone figure of retentions. We've not separated in the CRF.
Where, in which line, on which page is it included?
So basically, Chair, any money that has gone through the CRF would then mean that it will be translated and paid to suppliers. Any balance that is in the CRF would include the retentions that really will be transmitted.
Okay, what is that global balance that includes the 62? You see, Governor, I think you must be concerned. It appears as if someone wrote for you this response. Of course, you'd rely on your technical people to do this response, which I understand. But they must also write responses that make sense. If you tell us the money was accounted for in the County Revenue Fund, this is a statement of the County Revenue Fund. Just show the Governor so that the Governor can show us where the 62 million is. Because in the report of the Auditor General, the Auditor General says you retained 62 million, but there was zero in the account, which means the 62 million was stolen. But if there is another explanation, show us.
Okay, Chair. So this has been the trend of activity. Initially, we used to maintain a retention account with the commercial bank. Courtesy of the advice from the Auditor General, it was advised that that has to be maintained with CBK. So we closed the retention account at the commercial bank, paid out all the retention monies. We opened a CBK special purpose account for purposes of retaining and transferring the money. The practice has been, since we opened, what ought to happen is that as we pay the supplier, we then transfer the retention money to the retention account. But we've had a mapping issue. So effectively, for the suppliers that we've been able to retain, we've only paid them 90%. 10% still remains unpaid. As soon as then we're able to fix the mapping, from our balances, what we receive from Exchequer, we'll still have to earmark and put it aside and transfer the whole amount, including the arrears, to that retention account so that we're able to pay.
I'm sorry, Governor. This committee is driven by facts. If there's a fact in the CRF, please point it out. If it's not there, then let's go to note 33. Because I thought we'd get some salvation there, but let's go to note 33. So, Governor, what have you reported as customer deposits, prepayments, and total deposits in your financial statements?
Zero.